Dave,
Yes.
what did the ref say to the chicken that tripped the defender?
I don't know.
Foul.
Hello there, welcome to another episode of Armchair Fancast. Dave Bradshaw here. We are doing Russia 2018 and a full house today. Alex Louch is here. Alex, how are you?
I'm alright.
Great
Having
joke.
been made to do the joke.
Yeah, one take wonder.
Against my consent.
Yeah, brilliant. It was a really good one as well. It was really worth the wait as well.
Yeah, well thanks Dave. I'm sure all of yours have been up to scratch.
They've been wonderful.
Oh yeah.
How are you enjoying the World Cup? You feeling a bit more, optimistic now? Now we've got England got a win under their belt. We haven't seen you since then.
No.
No?
No.
Why not? Come on. Work with us. Work with us.
The fact we were, a minute away from a turgid 1-1 draw with a team that were the worst in the group.
We got cheated.
No,
we got 2 penalties.
We draw on Sunday,
Yeah.
and then we could be out.
Right. We'll talk about it.
Any
Hold
team
on,
could
hold
be
on,
out if
hold
they
on.
lose, Alex.
We'll talk about it. Ali Gregory. Ali is with me on the bandwagon,
Yeah.
fully ready to rock and roll towards the final, where we're no doubt going to absolutely demolish probably Mexico at this rate.
Yeah.
5-0.
Yeah, I'm loving the World Cup so far. I have to admit, I've been a little bit annoyed. I've missed quite a bit of it, especially some of the worse games. But just because of work and stuff. So I can't wait for this weekend to get back to some World Cup watching.
All right. And where are you watching the Panama game?
In my girlfriend's house.
Okay.
So a quiet one, not the pub.
Lovely.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be quite a chill game. I reckon, like something like 5-6-0.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now, Tom Crosby is here.
The reigning
quiz champion, no less.
And just a shout out to Dugan, never cheat again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now
Well, I thought we're not allowed to use his name.
Yeah, for those who were watching last time, although Tom eventually, you won the quiz in a landslide, let's face it, but the few points, 3 of the 6 points that Dugan did get in an 18-6 drubbing, we were pretty sure he cheated to get. We looked back on the tape, and there is clear photo evidence. In fact,
screenshot.
I'll show a screenshot here. Here you see Alex Dugan clearly looking at my screen before miraculously guessing the national anthem of Uruguay. And I love how he goes, it's either Uruguay or...
Yeah, exactly. So it's a tyrant, obviously Luis Suarez.
Yeah, idiot.
It's absolute bullshit.
Worse than
Dugan,
Pepe.
you're not coming back.
Worse than Pepe.
He was meant to be here tonight, but we've given him a 1-match ban.
Yeah, that's good.
There we are.
I'll be back on Monday.
In some Cuban jail.
Now, I've got some great football stories for you from all over the world. First of all, we're actually recording this on Friday, and we've just been watching Switzerland play Serbia.
Yes.
It was a late 2-1 win for Switzerland. The winner of the winning goal was scored by one Xherdan Shaqiri. Now, Shaqiri's goal celebration, how would you describe it, Louch? It's a little bit...
it was eye-opening.
Erotic.
It was eye-opening.
Yeah. It was.
Can you act it through?
Yeah, so I wouldn't mind doing it.
Okay.
Because but he basically takes off his shirt.
Yeah.
Goes like this, which is like some Spider-Man thing.
Yeah.
And places his hands on his pecs.
Yeah.
And he's mother whipped, like he's like Cristiano Ronaldo.
No, but he's all
and
fine.
then before he does this, he kind of like grabs his elastic bit on his shorts
and deliberately
and just turns them down,
Yeah.
revealing a line of pubic hair.
Yeah,
As you can
let's
see
get
on
a
the screen
yeah,
now.
here we go. Here's a shot of it.
Yeah.
This is a still from Shaqiri's goal celebration. We spotted this at the time we were watching on iPlayer, and we rewound and watched it 3 or 4 times.
Got very excited.
We're going to
5
watch
or
it.
6
We watched it 2 or 3 times more.
Dave has multiple screenshots for later.
We were watching it 2 or 3 times more, and then Louch insisted on 3 more. So so we've ended up watching it a lot. One of the more risque moments of this World Cup so far.
If you've got it, flaunt it.
Yeah. Now also, we've been playing this game. Have you seen this? There's this thing going on. Find your World Cup twin. There's a website going around where you can upload a photo of yourself and it gives you which of all the players of all 32 squads you look most like based on a face photo of yourself. Boutros, who's on our podcast regularly, he's going to be on this show later on during the World Cup. He sent us this. This is how we got onto it. You see from this picture that Mark Boutros, great photo of Boutros, by the way, wonderful, really toothy. Looks like Alexander
The Dark Knight.
Mitrovic, apparently.
What an absolute
So this
thug.
is how we got started here. Now, I've had the rest of you take photos, and we haven't revealed until now who the computer came out with as your World Cup lookalike. So do you want to find out? I'll go first, just to show I'm not afraid. This is me,
I'm not afraid.
and as you can see, I have a 74% resemblance to Kyle Walker. I can see it.
Well, it's obviously the pace, Dave.
I can see it. Yeah. I'm good.
I see what's going on here. They have completely randomly paired people.
Well, you say that, Louch. Let's take a look at yours.
Alexander Halev.
This
maybe.
is Kamil Glik.
Oh, well known.
From Poland.
Well known.
Now, I maintain, if you look
it's a
at this,
really close resemblance.
Tom hasn't seen this yet, that actually...
I think that's about 78%.
It's
Probably.
a closer resemblance than you to Kyle Walker.
I thought I was quite like Wayne Routledge.
If I glanced at that, and just in passing, if I turn my head and turn back, I would actually think that's Alex Louch. Based on that photo.
Yeah.
That's the best one I've seen. Ali, do you want to know yours?
Yeah, I got some Russian dude, but I didn't.
No, you didn't. Not on this one. We took another photo here.
Oh, so
and
it changes every time.
As you see, this time, Phil Jones.
Oh yes, somebody.
73%.
I
That's
tried
awful.
to input.
He is the ugliest footballer
Yeah,
in
he's the
the
ugliest
UK.
man alive.
I inputted a picture of Google Images of Cristiano Ronaldo, and it didn't come up with Cristiano Ronaldo. It came up with I don't know, somebody else.
Wayne Routledge.
You know what? I thought that was going to be a really interesting anecdote, and then it really just petered out towards the end, didn't it? Sorry, Tom. Do you want to know yours?
Yeah. Did I get Mane?
No, you got. I don't even know who this is. Croatian, Marcelo Brozovic.
Oh, fantastic footballer. I'll
Yeah,
take that.
yeah, well known.
I think it's because you've got a bit of facial hair, and so does he. There we are. So we'll put a link to that in the description.
Ali actually does look a bit like, they did that
Phil Jones.
horrible statue
You're
in
going to talk
Madeira
about between
of Cristiano
Yeah.
Oh,
Ronaldo.
yeah.
So on the screen now, we're going to be putting maybe Dave a picture of this. It's quite funny.
What the statue?
Yeah.
Well,
So
we-
essentially,
It's the closest I've ever got to looking like somebody with an 8-pack who's extremely fit and who has millions and millions of pounds.
Apparently, though, they are taking that down.
yes, they did
It's
it
just
this
been
week.
taken down this week.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
I was Cristiano Ronaldo, I'll be saying, get that down. I look like an Alistair Gregory from London.
There we go. We've got some other World Cup news for you. Oh, by the way, we've been doing this feature. We're keeping tabs on anyone who wanted to be in the World Cup and has sadly missed out. We've already seen Leroy Sané, among others. We know where Fabregas is, of course, because he's in the BBC studio.
It's fantastic, by the way. Have you listened to his podcast?
Who, Fabregas?
Yeah, not
He did.
to plug anyone else. He was on
No.
the BBC Daily World Cup
I
podcast.
think he's been great for the BBC.
I think
It's
been
fantastic,
really good.
yeah.
Now, anyway, we've got some more sightings that we've picked up off the interweb. Aubameyang is doing his best impression of Leroy Sané, who, as we saw the other day, was looking off to the side wistfully on Twitter. Here you see Aubameyang. He is staring out of an aeroplane window. So Aubameyang's all right. He's on an aeroplane.
That's cool.
Everyone's
Yeah,
worried about
yeah,
him.
yeah. Just don't get injured. Don't get injured. We need you next season.
I'd rather be on the aeroplane than being in Gabon.
Wijnaldum we've spotted as well, and Wijnaldum is wearing some. He's commiserated with himself for not getting to the World Cup by buying himself some sparkly red shoes.
They're
Well, he
quite.
does play for Liverpool, doesn't he?
They're quite out there. In fact, they look pretty cool. I might go out and get a pair.
And
Based on your gear tonight, you can only do
Payday.
better.
No.
oh, Tom Crosby with the sass.
What I'm wearing?
Yeah.
It's
And
chilled out Friday.
last one, we got one more for you. Gianluigi Buffon. Of course, Italy didn't qualify. Buffon, here he is. He's playing video games. He's playing car football.
Car football.
Yeah, it's like some. I can't even tell what it is from that picture, but it's some kind of video game where you play football, but all the players are cars.
Oh, is that like the Rocket League thing?
That's the one, the
Okay.
Rocket League.
Yeah, I thought that
It's
was
gonna
in
have-
real life
that's
rather
what
than a
he's
video
playing.
game. But
So, one quick story from Russia. Now, Russia obviously enjoying the experience of hosting the World Cup. They are the most successful host nation of any host nation in terms of their results from their first 2 games, with 8 goals for and 1 goal against. So well done to them. But some of the Russian, some people in Russian society, or some companies at least, are getting a little bit carried away. Here's a story for you. Burger King, Russian Burger King, have been forced to apologise for an ad offering Whoppers to any woman who gets impregnated by a World Cup player. Let's get the advert promised women a reward for anyone who gets the best football genes to ensure the success of the Russian team for generations to come, and they were going to award 3 million Russian rubles as a reward. That's £36,000. But then someone quietly had a word and suggested that wasn't really appropriate.
Got to be careful of quiet words. in
So
Russia. Russia.
Burger King has apologised, and
So
that is
they've-
no longer an ongoing promotion. There we are. Right, so lots going on in the World Cup, lots going on this show as well right now. Let's show you what we've got coming up on today's episode.
How much trouble are Argentina in after their abysmal defeat to Croatia?
we'll discuss whether it be 5, 6 or 7 goals England will smash past Panama.
I will defend my Armchair Fancast Quizmaster Championship.
Plus your chance to vote for the best tweet from week 1 of the World Cup, and much, much more coming up on today's Armchair Fancast. So loads coming up on today's episode, but first of all, as always, we're going to start things off with the goal mouth scramble, where we go quickfire fashion through the 5 hottest stories currently lighting up Russia 2018. Gentlemen, are you ready for today's goal mouth scramble?
Yes.
Yes, John Anderson.
Yes.
Here comes the whistle.
That was good.
Perhaps the biggest story from Russia over the past few days has been the fate of Lionel Messi and Argentina, who followed up with that very poor 1-1 draw against Iceland in their first game, with an absolute drubbing at the hands of Croatia. Sorry, I'm trying not to smile. Absolute drubbing at the hands of Croatia, 3-0 in their second game. It's still terrible, isn't it, Louch? How screwed are Argentina? They have 1 game left. It is against a Nigeria team who frankly looked pretty decent in their game today, on Friday as we're recording this. They need a win. A draw won't do it. They're going to have to beat Nigeria to go through. Do they have a chance of doing that?
Yeah, I think they've still got a chance, but I mean, there's a lot stacked against them. There's rumours of sacking the coach at this point, which is pretty drastic in the World Cup.
He deserves sacking just for his V-neck, surely.
I think he's got quite a good fashion sense.
Look, he took off his blazer after like 70 minutes and he was clearly sweating. Maradona's there up in the stands kissing Messi's jersey, hoping they go through. And to be honest, they've got so much attacking talent. They should not go.
If you had to wear either his V-neck or Joachim Löw's turtleneck from a couple of World Cups ago, what would you wear?
Oh, turtleneck all day.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but it's not washed since he wore it.
That's fine.
That's fine.
He's
Yeah.
a beautiful man.
I'll
He's
just sniff
probably-
Joachim
Wait,
Löw.
Joachim Löw's the guy at like.
No, we don't need to.
No.
He probably smells great. Oh, anyway, we're off topic. Argentina, why have they been so bad?
That was a great segue.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's piling the pressure on Messi, saying that it's all his fault, and I don't actually buy that. I was explaining earlier on, actually, well, to no one in particular. I was talking to the mirror.
Jeez.
I think Messi is not the man to build the team around. He was part of the collective ability of the Barcelona team under Guardiola, and then more recently,
Indeed, yeah.
he is the icing on the cake. He is not the cake itself.
But you still need a cake.
But you still need a cake. And the thing is, Messi's a bit of a socially awkward bloke by all accounts. Off the pitch, he doesn't communicate with other people very well. He doesn't necessarily train in the most kind of... He does his thing, and you kind of let him just do his thing and get on with it. Guardiola used to say the best way to coach Messi is not to coach him at all. Just let him be. And apparently he's addicted to his phone, and he's kind of a bit of a different character. So you need to not pile all this pressure.
You were
on
telling
him.
me a story before we started filming that
Yeah.
apparently there's a story going around that he used to sit on the team bus and text the coaches who were sitting like 3 rows in front of him about what they needed to improve rather than go talk to them.
Yeah, Yeah.
I don't know whether that story is true or not.
Yeah.
But if Messi is the kind, he does seem kind of a slightly introverted figure. Why is he captain?
Yeah, I think Argentina
It's
have
a
made a
terrible
massive
choice,
mistake,
yeah.
and also they're an ageing team. They got to the final 4 years ago, and since then it's just been we'll just stay the same. And they needed to blood new talent and bring things through again.
The thing about them is like they have like such an amazing attack. They have Aguero, Higuain, Diabala, and they have Messi, but they have no real linkage. So you have like decent players like Otamendi and Rojo. Oh, great Spanish accent.
Yeah,
at
Rojo.
the
Nice.
back. But like Mascherano, he's not the player he was like 6-7
about
years
60,
ago.
isn't
So
he?
they have no real like midfield talent to be able to provide that. I mean, it's all well and good like giving it to Messi, but I think yesterday he hardly actually received the ball like from even players not in attacking positions, that sort of thing. So it's although Maradona supposedly dragged the team in '86 to winning like the World Cup and that sort of thing, I think a lot of other teams are a lot more tactically astute nowadays and that sort of thing. So
Yeah.
it's not as easy just for one
I
person.
mean,
to drag
even
them.
if they do scrape through the group, let's look here. They're going to play France. They're paired with France's group, right? So they're going to get France or
France,
Denmark.
realistically, yeah.
I mean, France haven't been great, but
France
you
will
can't
beat
see.
Argentina.
Yeah.
I just think that, like, when you compare it to Portugal's situation, Ronaldo drags their team through, and it's for a number of reasons. First of all, I think he's a better leader. Messi, you can't imagine him doing what Ronaldo did in France 2 years ago, like jumping up from the sidelines when he was injured, almost leading the team as though he was a head coach. The other thing is, obviously, Messi doesn't come that deep. Okay, watching Spain versus Portugal the other day, Portugal play in a style where like Ronaldo can drop really deep and start his runs from early on. Argentina don't allow, maybe because of Mascherano being in the middle there, but Argentina don't allow Messi to drop that deep. So Messi, when he doesn't receive the balls or when the passes don't come into him, the other day he complained as Aguero's back pass went past him. When the balls don't go into Messi, he finds it very difficult to get on the ball. In Barcelona, I think he's allowed to drop a bit deeper and start a little bit further up.
All right, the whistle's gone. So very, very quickly, just a yes or no. Do Argentina make it out of the group?
No.
Okay. Think Nigeria get a point?
Yeah, it's just so negative in Argentina right now.
All right, you too.
I think they'll go through.
Yeah.
Their quality will show against Nigeria, definitely.
For the sake of the Malvinas, I hope not.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say no. Wow. I'm going to say no.
You can
as well.
bleep that.
I think Nigeria are better than them. based on
And their
what we've
kit is.
seen. Well, we'll find out. Do you agree with us? Do you think Argentina are going to make it through into the last 16? Give us your thoughts in the comments below. Now, undoubtedly, still the game of the World Cup so far has been Spain versus Portugal from the second night. What an incredible... Actually, it's a week ago as we're recording this.
Yeah.
It's been a quick 7 days, isn't it?
Bloody brilliant.
3-3 draw. Obviously, since then, and since our last episode, both Spain and Portugal have played again. Portugal with a narrow 1-0 win. Spain with that 2-1 over a dirty Iran team. They were just fouling everywhere. They got a bit better second half, but... You know, I went into that kind of wanting Iran to win, but you get halfway through the game and you're just like, no, actually, Spain do them.
Iran played really well. Iran
Later
definitely
they did.
deserved something out of that game.
Yeah.
But both in Portugal, Portugal, Spain, and Spain, Iran, Spain haven't been massively confident or reassured, but they've managed to get through. And I think that players like David Silva and Costa are really standing up. I think they could go a long way.
You look at that quarter of the draw, Louch, right? So Group A and Group B. You've got Spain and Portugal. Neither of them are playing that great, Ronaldo aside, right? I know that's the bigger side.
Well,
but
no one's playing that game.
Yeah, well, but then that's what I mean. Uruguay are on the other side. They're through, but looking incredibly dull. And so actually, if you're Russia, who weren't really expected to make it through even into the last 16, suddenly... I'd fancy them to have at least a chance against Spain or Portugal and make it through the quarterfinals. Are there reasons to be happy if you're Vladimir Putin right now? Football-wise?
Well, many reasons. many reasons indeed. But yeah, I mean, the Russian team must be cock a hoot right now.
Yeah.
70% of them thought they weren't going to get out of the group.
Yeah.
Most people in Russia thought they were going to lose to Saudi Arabia in the opening game. They've been written off. I mean, this is how I think England should have gone into the tournament. Like, set the lowest expectation possible.
Well, no, I mean,
and then
like,
you can't be disappointed.
big teams will step up in the knockout rounds. Okay, like Russia will be blown away by Portugal and Spain. Okay, if they were to play either one.
All right, if you were Russia, then who would you think you have the most chance against? Who would you be least concerned by?
I think just from the fact that they are, although he is a bloody brilliant one man. Portugal, because they're a one-man team on all accounts.
Because you said Spain are going to win this tournament.
I think Spain are going to go far, and that's why Russia can't go through against Spain. But I don't think they can go through against Portugal anyway. Look, big teams step up in the knockouts. Okay, the hardest thing is when they don't get in there, and that's why Argentina face a struggle now. Big teams will step up, and I think like you can already see it. Like despite the fact that we're getting optimistic against England. I do feel that when we get to the knockouts, teams like, say, Colombia will step up and
Tom, what about of Spain or Portugal, presuming it's those two who are going through, right? One of them, whoever doesn't play Russia, will play Uruguay. I think that's equally troublesome for either Spain or Portugal, particularly Spain, who are really looking like they're not well, they certainly didn't look like they were firing for much of the Iran game.
I think
Uruguay have 2 clean sheets. I think Spain are going to struggle to break. They're going to play like they've been playing, at least in their second game. They're going to struggle to break down Uruguay.
I don't think you can underestimate like the influence or the effect of like Spain losing their manager on the eve of the tournament. I think it's going to be a very much a case like 2006 when Italy was rocked by the match fixing scandal, and how the team like started off slowly and eventually evolved during the tournament and eventually ended up winning it. I think Spain, for those reasons, I think they'll eventually unite around Hierro and come together as sort of us versus them, like our manager's been sacked, fuck the rest of you, and then we'll actually become stronger as a unit. So in terms of Uruguay, like they have a very good back line, like with like Godin like leading it and that sort of thing, but in terms of quality across the field, I mean Suarez is very obviously world class, Cavani's world class, but in terms of elite players, I think like likes of Silva, Thiago, Iniesta, it's his last chance to do that sort of thing. I think they're a lot better, so I can see them being in a good stead.
Yeah.
So what do we think? Spain or Portugal to win the group?
I think Portugal will win the group.
Yeah, I actually think Portugal of the two, or of anyone in that quarter of the draw, Portugal going to the semis at least. I think Portugal might be in the final.
Spain, Uruguay as well.
Depending on how it pans out.
Yeah, I think Spain. Unfortunately, but Uruguay are looking like they're going to finish second. Yeah. So I think it will be Spain versus Uruguay.
But Spain, Uruguay,
Portugal will
Ramos and Suarez. That is a tinderbox.
I tell you, if it's Spain, Uruguay, I'll bet you 50p that Uruguay go through against Spain.
50p? Are we men?
£1. You
we men. What do you want?
Bet your wages for this podcast.
I bet like if that game does go ahead, I bet
£900.
£9 million.
No,
what do you want? A pint.
Wait,
because we're men.
Malouda.
There we go. Yeah, and you can have. If you win, I'll throw in my Florent Malouda figure.
Thank you. There's a bet. We got it on YouTube.
I want a bonus
on top of the
£5 as well. I'm giving you £5 plus Malouda.
Okay. So your bonus is I'll buy a figurine of Lacazette on the internet.
Thanks so much. Whistle went, thankfully. So let us know what you think. Spain, Portugal, Uruguay, Russia. What's going on in that quarter of the draw? Give us your thoughts in the comments below. All right, it's Friday as we're recording this, and Brazil won at lunchtime. Finally got a victory in this World Cup against Costa Rica. It took them a while to get going. In fact, took them to injury time, and then they scored 2-0 win. Neymar got the second one after Coutinho got his second of the tournament. One of the big talking points, it seems like for most people coming out of that game though, was just how annoying Neymar was. So rather than any serious analysis of that game, the first question I have for you gentlemen is this: who is more annoying, Neymar or Ronaldo? Tom?
Pepe.
Yes.
Pepe. Yeah. Sorry, trick question.
Okay.
The fact that he just got touched on his shoulder the other day, he's been pathetic for so many. He's such a good footballer in terms of being a defender for years for Real Madrid and now Besiktas and Portugal. The fact he's like 6'4" and he's built like a brick shithouse, and for him just to get touched on the shoulder and to go down crying, it's just more of a, in terms of like a gender politics, it's embarrassing as like in terms of masculinity, really.
Wow. Can I just say,
all right,
leaving that weird statement aside, I'm just gonna say there has to be some kind of like in the middle, because I was watching England.
What? With Pepe?
No, wait.
You cannot stand up for
In
him.
England, Tunisia,
Yeah.
okay? We got, so this is a segue. We got, Harry Kane got wrestled down multiple times,
He did.
okay? And nobody complained, not even Harry Kane. He got back up and carried on. Did we get a penalty?
I complained.
No. Okay, does Pepe get stuff going his way? Yes. We need, like, you play the game, don't you? At the end, you play the
So
game.
you're saying Harry Kane should complain?
They don't.
You're saying you should complain?
Yes.
I guess
Because then
you've
there are-
kind of got a point in like the Ronaldo against Spain, that first penalty.
Yeah, you go
Where
down.
the leg's there, and he's deliberately taking
Yeah,
it
but
on down.
Pepe's
He
a
could have
totally
stayed
different
with-
story.
No, absolutely. I'm not backing him up in any way because Pepe is the biggest tosser. in
Yeah.
world.
You
But
can take it
second,
too far,
in the question
but you
of
should go down.
Ronaldo and Neymar. Neymar is an absolute little rat. I'm sorry.
Why? What's he done? What's he done that's annoyed you?
Like it was the thing with the ref. The ref's like just talking to him just
Yeah.
like this, and he's like, "Don't touch me."
Yeah, well, he's worth a lot. He's probably
No,
insured.
not anymore.
Don't touch me.
He's probably his arm is probably.
Mate, after the last World Cup,
I'm
I would
sorry.
be staying
he's
away
just-
from all the
thinks
challenges.
He thinks he's like a genius, and humility is such an important thing, and he hasn't got an ounce of it. And how little kids looking at that can grow up and think, I want to be like Neymar.
Well, I think that's part of the issue. Like football is like viewed different ways, like obviously across the world. Like South Americans often view like a player as being clever if he can trick the referee into like having fouls and that sort of thing. So in terms of like his background,
handballing the goal into the goal, knocking England out in the quarterfinals.
It's
that sort of thing.
biting.
I think we have a lot more
defenders,
moral standards in terms of that. We've been on the wrong end of it, but I think if in case of like 2018, the year that if like Ali put the ball in with his hand and got away with it, I think we'd immediately like be on the other side.
Well, he
and
wouldn't
say,
do that to the beach.
Yeah, like Michael Owen's massive.
But
Ali
good
would probably
against
just
Argentina.
punch someone in the stomach and then we get away with it, or stick his
But
finger up like
no,
Carl
he's
I
just
Walker.
thought you were talking about me for a minute.
He's
I was
just-
like, I didn't do anything of the sort.
There we are. He's just a little scamp,
Yeah.
isn't he?
I know, he's harmless.
He's lovable.
He's harmless.
Oh no, you're playing their arguments.
Yeah.
Man.
Listen. Right, let's talk more seriously about Brazil, if we can. They won.
Yeah, big,
It wasn't great.
I'm going to say this for like the
But-
fifth time tonight.
Yeah.
Big teams are going to step up. Brazil are going to probably win a World Cup because that's one of their
No,
favourites.
well, they
They're like absolutely incredible.
But
Okay?
to be fair, I switched it on. I was at work, so I had to be a little bit careful. But I switched it on start of the second half and saw about 4 or 5 minutes towards the start of the second half. And in the 4 minutes I saw when I first turned it on, Brazil could have had 5 goals.
Yeah.
Like-
they were pretty basic for a lot of the match. They turned it on at the end, admittedly,
Yeah.
but like injury time when you're 1-0 up, it's a lot easier for Neymar to do a rainbow flick over someone in the corner than him to do it.
Which
a
was
little more.
cool.
It was cool, but
It didn't make up for what had gone before.
No.
well, the penalty appeal.
yeah.
That referee today was outstanding in terms
Yeah.
of his demanding. I can't even think of the bloody name. Commanding the game and that sort of thing. You didn't take no shit off like Neymar and that sort
Yeah.
of
I mean, it's still a tight group. So Brazil 4 points. You've got Switzerland with Shaqiri and his pubes on 4 points as well. You've got Costa Rica out, Serbia 3 points. So you're right, Tom. You didn't see it.
I missed the Switzerland game,
You didn't
admittedly,
see
because I was
it.
out for some work drinks, but, you know, I'm quite glad that I missed out with Shaqiri, his massive thighs and his pubes.
Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland possibly look like they're most likely to go through because they're playing Costa Rica.
But they're probably very indifferent to going through.
Why?
Very neutral.
Yeah.
You are firing
They've
out
written a treaty.
the political history
But
today.
today, we want to get round to it. Croatia, dark horses for the tournament, surely.
Yeah, okay.
Their midfield combination, Luka Modric. Why did you ever let him go from
I
Spurs?
don't know, that's a very good question. Yeah. Anyway, we're way off topic. The whistle's gone. We were talking about Croatia when we should be talking about Brazil. It's all gone to pot. Let us know who you think, how far you think Brazil will go in this tournament. And is Neymar more annoying than Ronaldo or indeed Pepe? Give us your thoughts.
He's a little rat.
Neymar.
Pepe.
As you may know, England are playing this weekend. They're playing Panama. And I'm pretty certain, well, 3 of the 4 of us in this room are pretty certain that we're absolutely going to dominate. But there is one small problem going into that game on Sunday, and that, my friends, is that Dele Alli is an injury worry for England. How much of a problem will that be for England? Will that mean we only do them by 6 instead of 10?
I I really don't think it's an issue for us to be like have Ali out of this game. I think I'd rather rest him for this game and be him up for it against Belgium. I think we have a lot. I know he came through a very esteemed academy from Milky's Dons. Big shout out to Phil Cable. But we have a better options in terms of playing Rashford. It'd be nice to see how we play instead of having 2 floating midfielders of him and Lingard. If we just play 2 attackers of him and Kane and Rashford would be a lot more exciting. I think.
Okay.
I think we should mix the team around. I want to see Maguire play up front. I think we're gonna
classic.
We're gonna whip
tumbleweed.
It's gonna be a heavy scoreline.
Right.
It really is. England are going to go very far in this World Cup, and Ali being out for this game, it doesn't really matter.
So with Ali gone, who do you play?
Loftus-Cheek in the middle.
Just the straight substitution they did.
Yeah. So you can actually see the team that is playing because these great cameras these days they zoom in like 124 times on the manager's notepads.
What do you make of all that? So for those who don't know what we're talking about, there was some very enterprising paparazzo zoomed in on using his lens on his camera onto some notes that were being held by one of the England assistants, apparently leaking the team. Southgate is a little bit frustrated, to say the least, that's happened, although he says actually nothing much was given away because all 23 names are on the sheet. But in principle...
but it's quite obvious because you've got like one name which is the starter and one name which is the reserve behind him. But I'd also be quite wary if I was that paparazzi guy because like spies, Russia and England in the same sentence isn't very good.
So what are you implying there?
What?
Come on. What are you trying to say, Alex?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like.
What? Go on.
What?
Finish that sentence.
Go on. We're all waiting.
Is it about beef in Saudi Arabia?
Internet's waiting. Go on.
Hey, Saudi Arabia let women drive this year. It's very progressive.
What? We were talking about Dele Alli. Dele Alli gone. What about this Sterling Rashford debate? So if we're saying it's Loftus-Cheek,
what do you make of Sterling's article today?
Well, hang on a minute. First of all, does anyone think that Sterling and Rashford start? Does anyone think Rashford comes in instead of Loftus-Cheek?
One on the right, one on the left.
No, because I don't think Sterling gets a game here because personally he was useless against Tunisia. The other thing is his England record is really bad, and I think that's due to confidence, but it's also due to the fact that he doesn't really fit into the England team that well. Like Manchester City get the best out of Sterling because Pep Guardiola plays him in a system where he's allowed to kind of like go it alongside Aguero almost. Like Sterling is in the box many times when Aguero's whipping the balls in on the left, okay, or Jesus or whatever. You don't really get that in the England team. Harry Kane is like takes up most of that centre position and Sterling's usually the one providing down the right or whatever. So I don't really see that England get the best out of him in that position. Rashford, he's great and he should start against Panama, but I also don't really see him starting against Belgium or any other great team because he's just too inexperienced. He's a great substitute as well. He's not that.
Why does inexperience count against him when you have like Michael Owen who had a lot less Premier League games than Rashford in '98? Yeah, he was doing the business.
Possibly, but I mean, like that's too much of a risk, isn't it? Like,
but why is it a risk?
That worked one game, but it hasn't worked so many other games.
Owen scored against Romania in '98, and he scored against Argentina. Why is that counting against Rashford, even though he scored against big teams in the Premier League?
Yeah,
right.
Although he was being assisted, in fairness, by much more quality players.
Like who? For Man United?
Yeah.
Who?
Matic.
Latch, where are you on this? Actually, in general, because we asked Tom this, we asked Dugan this after the game on Monday. But what changes would you make, if any? Very quickly. There goes the whistle. So be quick.
I'd leave Sterling in, and I would go with Rashford as well. I just think the more creative players on that pitch to break down Panama, who are huge at the back, the better. So why do we need to have another Loftus-Cheek to hold things up. I don't think it's necessary.
All right, well, it's a big game, obviously. We do need that victory because it's Belgium next for England, so let us know who you think, given that Dele Alli is at least a doubt, possibly very much on the bench with injury for this game. Who do you think should play for England against Panama on Sunday? Let us know. Right, we've talked about the squad. Now, having seen England once, and Tom, we've already talked about this because you were on the show on Monday, but you two, and we've all had time to reflect a little bit after the euphoria of Monday night. Looking at how the tournament's shaping up and looking at the fact that a lot of the teams, the big names, aren't really performing yet. There's no one who we should necessarily be terrified of based on early performances. How far can we go? And I'm going to start with the one man in this room who has been persistently miserable about England for the past year. It has been a constant pain to me on our podcast over the last year, the lack of enthusiasm that Alex Louch has had for England. It persisted when we were talking about this before the Tunisia game. Have you now been swept up by a tide of patriotism and nationalism as we head into that game against Panama? Do you believe, Louch?
Please. 3 Lions. No.
Why not? Come on.
Are you secretly Irish?
Right, the thing is, I am a bit worried for my bet that England won't get out of the group.
How much did you bet about it?
That was
Only a couple of quid.
Stupid bet.
Only a couple of quid, but it was good odds.
Double of quid.
I think I got about 7 to 1.
It doesn't matter because it's not going to happen.
No.
So I think that
mistake.
one. I think that one probably is safe.
Good.
Fingers crossed. I think the whole tournament's been pretty cagey so far. It's not been played, like, the style is very almost Italian, ironically, like with these banks of 4 set up at one end of the pitch and then like almost chess moves to try and get a 1-0 win. It's been that sort of tournament, and I think England have kind of gone hell for leather to kind of break that mould. They should be able to get something out of the game against Panama.
Well,
it will be nervy though, because they won't do it easily, will they?
No.
It's England. They'll drag us through kicking and screaming.
A lot could go well if you score early, because you saw us against Tunisia.
And then we took
in the
the foot
opening
off the
20
gas.
minutes. It was absolutely insane. In fairness, we took our foot off the gas, against a much better side, and a side that got very lucky with a light penalty, a soft penalty.
Panama are better than Tunisia.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. They're the worst team ranked in the
No, they're
World
not.
Cup.
Russia are actually the worst team.
Okay.
Real Russia are the worst.
Okay,
Yeah.
Panama
Panama
really
are ranked
low
worse than
now.
Tunisia,
Yeah.
though. That's certainly true.
All right,
But,
okay.
Yeah.
But
Panama are very...
And just based on how they
Panama offered a
perform-
bit against Belgium,
No, Belgium were weak. Panama weren't
they're going
good.
to come out and play a bit more than Tunisia did.
No,
Yeah. Well,
No, they're not.
I
They'll defend
I
more.
think.
who in that Panama team would you be afraid of?
The centre back,
Torres,
Torres.
the captain,
Yeah,
second most popular man in Panama.
He's flair.
Name
Apparently.
one more Panama player.
Raul Martinez.
You can't name any of them because none of them are that exciting.
Sanchez.
None of them are that good.
There you go.
And
just said a generic name.
oh, come on, who?
No, I didn't.
Is that an actual
Yeah,
player?
yeah.
All right. Well, why are you worried about him? Tell us what
Well, they're
facets
all
of his
solid
game.
football. They've
Yes,
all
it-
grown
yes.
up with ball at feet, and
Oh,
move this on.
you've been
Yeah.
spending too much
Yeah.
time together, you two. There's
Good.
been
After
about-
that forensic interrogation, Alex Louch collapsed under the spotlights there. What do we think? Beyond Panama, let's touch wood. Let's assume that we get a win against Panama. Should we win the group? Do we want to win the group?
No,
now?
yeah. So
Right.
I was just thinking, throw a loss to Belgium. You know, slip Gerrard style,
Yeah.
and let De Bruyne run for on goal. And
Pickford will save it.
and then no, he won't. He'll accidentally let it go.
But
through his
would
hand.
you throw the game if you knew that it was
No.
to
No,
avoid
Look,
because
Germany
the
in
thing
Brazil?
you don't
bollocks.
throw the game, but you try for a draw. Okay?
No,
Because
that's
with a draw, there you go.
never play for a
To get
no
Germany.
team plays for a
To
draw
get Germany, would you?
I would-
You are
Go
literally,
no
you
matter
are
what,
literally sending yourself
It
out.
makes no difference whether we go to the quarterfinals or second
It does
round.
massively.
No, it's
It
complete,
does.
That's completely horseshit. That's just lack of insight. We have to beat the better teams to get through the. If you don't win, you're last. That's fixing La bad.
No, you
You're not first, you're last.
You would have confidence to build. So can I just say, if Liverpool had met Real Madrid much earlier on in the Champions League, I think they would have lost a lot sooner than they did before getting to the final. Okay, and in a lot worse manner as well. They wouldn't have lost. They were quite close. I think you gain confidence over a tournament. England have a chance to finally get 2 easy teams in the last 16 in quarter-final and build momentum going forward.
It's all ifs and buts. Like,
should we even? Sorry, Tom. Should we even? Like, based on performance, again, we haven't seen the second Germany game when we're talking here, but should we even be looking to avoid Germany? I'd rather avoid Mexico.
Yes, because on the day
we get so much more. I understand what you're saying, but we get so much more confidence if we actually beat Belgium, and then we go on to Germany Avenge 2010, and then we go onwards and upwards, and we win the tournament. That's as simple as that.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I just think group stages, it feels so much more different to knockouts, and that's why you've got to be a lot more. Got to be a lot more nervy come a knockout game.
All right. Well, if you're an England fan and you're watching this or listening to this, let us know who you would like to face in the second round and on into the quarterfinals. What is England's ideal route to the final as far as you're concerned? Should we play the best teams and beat them, or should we play as easy as possible and sneak our way into the final? Whatever works. Give us your opinions in the comments. All right, that's the end of today's Goalmouth Scramble. Thank you, gentlemen. A heated debate at the end there about England's prospects during the rest of the World Cup. And one day soon, I promise you, we are going to convert Alex Louch into a true believer.
Onto the bandwagon.
Yeah, so you will love the bandwagon. You will be driving the wagon if we make it to the quarterfinals. You'll be in an England shirt. You can borrow one of mine.
It's only self-preservation from insane overzealousness. Throughout my whole life at tournaments today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that part of the fun of football? Like, I'd much rather get to the semis and get knocked out to France 2-1 and cry about it, rather than just drabbily go out and not even care.
The look on your face.
Drabbily go out. Is that even English?
A word.
Yeah,
Drabbily.
It's clear that you don't know.
Well, everyone would rather get to the semi-finals than go out in the second round. That makes no fucking sense.
All right.
I'm just saying we need to beat.
It's over, teams. Tom. It's over. It's over. Gentlemen, take a breath. In fact, let's all take a breath. Right now, we're going to show you our 10 favourite tweets from the first week of the World Cup, while we all just relax a minute
and drabbily go out to the next phase. Yeah.
You have a look at these, decide which is the best and which ones were a little bit drabbily put together, and tell us which you think should be tweet of the week. Now, you may notice that the man to my left, your right, Tom Crosby here, is looking very, very confident, almost smug, actually, after his landslide win against Alex the Cheat Dugan in our quiz last time around. Tom is back to defend his title in today's quiz against a man who only narrowly lost to Dugan.
I beat Dugan.
Oh, you beat him?
Yeah, so...
Oh!
It went to a tie break when that's why I forget who won.
But Dugan got like 3 points the other day, so was it 3-all with you and him?
Well, he got 9 on the potluck round that neither of us knew any of the answers to.
It's better not be another bollocks anthem round, Dave.
Well, you'll find out. There is a guest round. There is a guest round, I will tell you that. Ali is still here. Ali is going to be our official referee, the Pierluigi Collina of the Armchair Fancast quiz, although not a full kit wanker.
I'm sitting in the VAR room,
Are you?
and I'll be making some dodgy calls.
Okay, so...
well, we can't be any dodgier than his t-shirt.
So based on what's happened on previous quizzes, the main controversy so far in this World Cup,
cheating.
both either on the pitch or off it, has been the cheating of Alex
Yeah,
Dugan in
I
our
might
last
cheat
quiz.
in the VAR room as well.
So just make sure, Louch in particular, because he's sitting closest to me, just make sure he's not...
just keep your questions to yourself.
Don't criticise the quizmaster, please, or you'll lose points.
Sorry, Subaru.
-1.
Yeah.
Don't touch me.
Yeah, sorry, Neymar. All right, as always, the opening round is the 1-2, where we bounce a question between the two of you. Each of you give us as many correct answers as you can when it's your turn. As soon as one of you gets one wrong or fails to answer, the other person picks up 3 points. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Of course you do. All right. First of all, can you name any goal scorer from the first round of matches in this year's World Cup? So in each of the 32 teams' first game, so that finished on Tuesday, right? Any goal scorer, excluding own goals.
Okay.
All right. Alex Louch, you're going to go first.
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane for England is correct.
Churisev
Churisev.
for Russia.
It's that one there.
Oh, yes, sorry. Oh, yes. Cherisev.
Yeah. Oh, sorry for a lack of Russian
Cheryshev.
pronunciation.
Yes, all right. Well, it's not so much it's just your Coventry accent. It's very hard to understand even when you speak English. Louch.
Pogba deflected.
No.
What?
Pogba
scored.
in the second France game.
That was the first game. Pogba
It was
scored.
Australia
Pogba scored the first
against
game.
Australia.
I thought it was given as an own goal.
No, but it was going in.
Oh, actually, for the benefit of this, I'll say it's in a goal.
Well, the list I've got here is not. You know what? Here's what we'll do.
Can I make a decision? Yeah. Pogba counts.
I think it counted as an own goal. 'Cause it's not on the list.
All right.
But we'll give you a bye. We'll go back to you.
Griezmann.
Griezmann, yes.
Oh man.
I've got loads loud.
We're going to VAR that one. We're going to go back and look at that one
right.
retrospectively. Right, come on, Louch. Giving you a lifeline here. Come on.
I've got brain fade.
Quick, anyone. There's a time limit here.
Rodriguez, Uruguay.
Rodriguez? No.
Is that his name?
No. Okay, so you've lost there.
Yeah.
And quite rightly in the end.
Coutinho, yeah.
Tom gets 3 points. Here are some you could have had. Diego Costa.
Yeah,
Philippe
there's
Coutinho. Who could you...
Modric
does not count.
Well, we gave him the bye. I was right, thank you.
Modric scored, right?
There's a guy called Cristiano Ronaldo
Yeah,
who you probably could have had.
I just kept thinking of really weird teams, like
Anyway,
who scored for
Tom-
Morocco.
Tom, our defending champion, takes the lead. 3 points to 0.
There's only 3 points for the first round.
That's terrible.
Well, for that question. Second question in today's 1-2. Tom, you're going first this time. Can you name any country that has lost a penalty shootout at the World Cup?
I think England might have lost
England have, unfortunately, lost 3 times, yes. The joint most. With who?
Not with who.
Okay.
But, can I say Germany?
You can say Germany, but you'd be wrong. Germany have never lost a
Italy.
penalty shootout.
Bloody
At
hell,
the
Alex.
Italy or Spain.
Do you want the list? I'll give you the list.
Spain,
Yeah.
Italy were the ones who are joint most. With,
Ireland have lost one.
I'll give you the full list. Argentina, Brazil, Chile, Costa Rica, England 3 times, France twice, Ghana, Greece, Ireland, Italy 3 times.
Literally anyone else.
Japan, Mexico twice, Netherlands twice, Romania twice, Spain twice, Switzerland, and Yugoslavia, but not Germany.
All other 209 nations.
6-0.
Thanks, Ali. Good work. Good score keeping. Last question in today's 1-2. And you need this, Louch. You're going first on this one. Can you name anyone, I know you've been following this closely, so it should be great. Can you name anyone who scored for England in their qualifying campaign for this World Cup? Come on.
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane scored 5 times, yes.
For this World Cup? Oh, he's not scored.
Ooh, we might have trouble here for Tom.
Stones.
John Stones?
No.
No. And so, very easily, in fact,
That's
Alex
pathetic.
Louch gets 3 points.
Well done.
3-6.
So 6
Well,
points,
best
3.
scores,
Here's
yeah.
the list. Here's
Gary
the list.
Cahill.
Kane got 5. There were 2 goals each for Lallana and Sturridge. And then
Sturridge in this
Yeah.
against
qualification.
Malta and,
Big Sam.
and at home against
I
Scotland.
don't count.
And then 1 goal for all of the following: Ali, Bertrand, Cahill, Defoe, Dyer, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Rashford, Vardy and Welbeck. So there we are, 6-3
Fix.
at the end of the first round. It is time for the guest round, and there have been some spectacular guest rounds so far on our quizzes during this World Cup, including the Guess the National Anthem, which we had last time, where you did so badly, Tom, and we had Footballer, Oligarch or Bond Villain last time you were here, Louch. This one is equally as special. We're playing World Cup Price is Right.
Yes!
So I'm going to give you a list of 4 items that
Can you do it at Bruce
are
Forsyth
World
there?
Cup related. I'm not going to try it.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm not
To
doing
see
an
you,
impression.
Bradshaw!
I think Ali should, because he doesn't have much to do in this segment. So let's have a Bruce Forsyth impression.
Oh no.
I'm not going to do this.
Oh,
tried.
that's awful telly.
I tried. You ruined it. Ruined the whole thing. So I'm going to give you a list of 4. You share the question this time. It's not 1 question each. So I'm going to give you a list of 4 items. You're going to give me the combined total value of those 4 items. Okay? Now, whoever is closest of the 2 of you will win 3 points, but you cannot be a penny over.
Oh!
So if you are both over, then no one scores any points.
I like that, Dave.
Okay? So,
Then whoever surely goes
1
second
pence.
just goes a penny under.
in fact, that's a good point, Louch. So why don't you both take out your phones
Oh.
and you
Or
can, and you
both
can
whisper
write.
it
You got a
to
pen and
me
paper?
and Dave respectively.
You can write your answers down.
Oh, Dave.
Come on.
Come on, Tom, you must be able to reach your phone. There you go. It's only just off screen. Right. So, Ali, you can check
Yeah.
Tom's answer, and Louch, I will check yours. Get your notes up or your text message or whatever. Here we go then. The first of 3 shopping lists on today's World Cup Price is Right. Remember, you're adding up all 4 items and giving us the total. First of all, the FIFA World Cup trophy. The FIFA World Cup trophy. How much is the actual trophy worth?
Oh, fucking...
Second item.
This one.
This one here. Yeah. It's insured for a lot. We've got actual security outside. Second, a private box for the year at Wembley Stadium.
Oh,
A private
is
box
it,
for the year.
Is that for Spurs games?
No, well, it's Club Wembley. So anything that's covered by Club Wembley. A private box for the year at Wembley Stadium. Next, Cristiano Ronaldo's Ferrari F12 TDF. His Ferrari that you got last year. And finally, Vladimir Putin's annual salary as president of the Russian Federation.
Which is a lot less
Hang
than
on,
his
what
actual
currency are we
salary.
in? 'Cause we've had
in
this
pounds,
problem
sorry,
before.
this is all going to be in pounds. So where it's not in pounds, I have converted to pounds using current exchange rates.
Oh, I've
Good-
got it.
good
Oh,
question.
my answer's in rubles.
So again, while you finalise your answers, World Cup trophy, a private box for the year at Wembley, Cristiano Ronaldo's new Ferrari from last year, and Vladimir Putin's annual salary as president of Russia. All right, Tom, you show yours to
Oh, I've deleted it.
Ali.
All right, let me write.
What's the point of writing it if you delete it, Tom? Use your noggin. Come on. Intelligent man.
Yeah, that's so drab.
All right.
That number at the end.
Okay. All right, I have
Wait.
a number from Alex Louch.
Do you know how to do
You know what? Yeah, I've seen his, so you just go first because I know what his is, so he can't cheat.
4.5 million.
4.5 million.
You can't be a penny over.
Yeah, remember you can't be a penny over. We obviously
Yeah,
think it's
that is
worth a lot.
quite high.
All right, and Louch,
300,000.
300,000.
That is really high.
300 fat. His
Yeah.
Ferrari must be at least a million.
No.
Here we go.
Nowhere near.
I'll tell you them all.
Well, no, we'll see.
World Cup trophy is worth £113,604.
That's it.
A private box for the year at Wembley, £37,200. Cristiano
4.5 million.
Ronaldo.
My original guess was a 1.5.
Calm down, Tom. Calm down.
This is bollocks.
I might have
Calm down.
overshot.
Cristiano Ronaldo's Ferrari, £340,000.
Oh, so he's over.
And Vladimir Putin's annual salary as president, $42,894.
42 grand.
Not much, is it?
The ruble's not worth fuck all.
He's not a wealthy man because he hasn't got
He's
any
a
other
public servant.
He hasn't
They
got
get
any
paid
other
like
income.
crap.
Total of that. My time on Earth is limited. The total
Another one touched
total
the
price of those 4 items, 533,788. Alex Louch is closest by a long way with 300,000. Tom, you are way over. That gives Louch the 3 points, which I believe makes it 6-all.
6-all.
In today. This is more exciting than it was against Dugan. Here comes our second shopping list.
Oh, there's another one.
There's 3 of them, Tom.
This is
Pay
bollocks.
attention.
Honestly, under.
Let's crack on.
All right, here we go. 4 items. First one, the cheapest ticket for a World Cup group game. The cheapest ticket for a World Cup group game.
Yeah.
At face value, not on the black market or anything
To
like
the UK.
that.
Because
face value.
the Russians get them for a...
Buying. Oh yeah, sorry,
Loaf of
not to,
bread.
yeah, good question. Not to a Russian citizen, to anyone else. So if you were an England fan buying a group game ticket from FIFA. Cristiano Ronaldo CR7 Eau de Toilette spray, 50 millilitres.
That's be 10 quid.
You love Cristiano Ronaldo, don't
I do love Cristiano Ronaldo. I've made that very clear on a number of occasions. Washboard abs,
How big?
50 millilitres.
It's quite a lot.
That's not. A Coke can is 330 millilitres.
It's small, mate.
Yeah,
So that's like that. It's a little
You can
little.
get
power.
a 10.
It's powerful,
You can get a 10.
Okay.
I feel sorry for Rachel.
Next. The 2018 England Stadium home shirt.
Oh, I know how much that is.
And I got that from the Nike website.
Oh, out of
in case you're
5.
wondering.
It's a stadium shirt.
The stadium shirt.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I need to take some money off.
And 100 packs of World Cup 2018 stickers from Panini.
Oh,
what's
no.
the difference between a
100
stadium shirt
packs.
and
100 packs.
Wait a minute.
All right, here we go again. Write down your answers. I'll just recap those 4 items for you. The cheapest ticket to a World Cup group game. 50 millilitres of Cristiano Ronaldo's Eau de Toilette spray. A 2018 England home stadium shirt. And 100 packs of World Cup 2018 Panini stickers.
How many unique players do you think that gets you on average?
I don't know. Don't know, Ali.
Yeah.
You can work that out. Add that.
Yeah.
Go.
You're the
find
one with a
calculator.
PhD in maths.
Yeah.
I'll do some
maths. Do some maths for us.
See you first.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Read out what your score is there.
Do you want to check?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got his?
Have you deleted it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So my final is £290.
£290. Tom.
195.
195.
How much are paninis?
Here we go with here we go with all 4 items. First of all, cheapest ticket for a World Cup group game, £79.
79 quid!
Yeah. Cristiano Ronaldo, CR7, Eau de Toilette toilet spray.
20 quid.
Toilet spray. Not toilet spray. Spray. Eau de Toilette.
Toilet spray.
Eau de Toilette spray. £29.
29 quid!
You just pays that how much everything costs.
That is
He's
bollocks.
from the West Midlands. 2018.
You get that in pound stretcher for about 15 quid.
England Stadium home shirt.
60.
£64.95.
Right, you didn't buy it for Sports Direct.
And 100 packs of World Cup 2018 stickers, £80. Which means
no.
that the total is 252.
No!
95.
How much did you think Panini
I thought they were £1.50.
Well,
No, it's me then!
Yeah.
No, what did you say? You said 290.
290.
Yeah, so you're closest. 252.
No, but
is the
you
No,
said
total.
are you over bid?
Oh yeah, you're over.
Yes! Get the fuck in!
There we go. Well done, Tom.
But if you thought they were £1.50 each,
And there's £100. No, £2 each. So
I
said
thought they were
200
50p
quid.
each.
Yeah.
I thought. What was the first thing?
They're cheap.
I thought
World
the-
Cup.
I thought it was gonna be like 30 quid.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
right. All right, last,
Well, it's 9.6 then.
list of
9.6.
items. You put your phone away. I told you there's 3 of them. Focus, Tom. Focus.
It wasn't this much in depth the
Let's
other
go.
day.
All right, 3 items. Here we go. Last list. It is 9.6
Yeah.
now. Item number 1. Luzhniki Stadium.
Oh, they spent loads on that.
How much did it cost to build?
What?
Luzhniki Stadium, the main stadium in Russia where the final is, was completely rebuilt between 2013 and 2017.
Are we using Russian figures or?
We're using the best figures available.
Wait, you charging the rebuild or?
The total amount spent, they knocked the stadium down and built it from the ground
Are
up.
you on Wikipedia?
No, I'm on that.
No. Yeah, keep an eye on him.
Yeah, I'm not cheap.
Alright, next.
I'm not fucking Dugan.
Alright. England's failed 2018 World Cup bid.
Oh, that could have been low. How much was that?
England's failed 2018 World Cup bid.
This could be anything.
Next. A decade's wages for Neymar.
Oh my
God,
god.
how much is he on?
A decade's wages for Neymar.
Oh, can I use a calculator?
Assuming he stayed on the same
Right,
contract.
I'm just gonna have a
Can
wild.
I use calculator?
No.
I'm having a wild guess.
There
for
are
this.
so many zeros on the end of these.
Hang on,
No
give me a minute.
calculator. And finally, Kylian Mbappe.
What do you mean, Kylian Mbappe?
Just how much
His transfer
To do
fee.
what to him?
His transfer fee. What do you want to do to Kylian Mbappe?
Bring him to England. Make him play for England. All right, I'm gonna.
All right,
all
here we
right.
go. Again,
Yeah.
one more time while you finalise your answers. 4 items. Luzhniki Stadium, England's failed 2018 World Cup bid,
How much would that even have cost?
a decade's wages for Neymar, and Kylian Mbappe.
All right.
Here we go. I'll give you.
Some of these numbers are absolutely astounding.
I will give you 5 more seconds. Have you got an answer?
I can just say it out loud.
All right.
As long as he's got it wrote down.
Let's make sure that Louch has got his written down. Come on,
Hang
Louch.
on.
10 more seconds here, Louch, and then we're going to go. One more time. Luzhniki Stadium, England's failed 2018 World Cup bid, a decade's wages for Neymar, and Kylian Mbappe. You're going with 930 million.
500 million.
500 million. Here are the totals. Luzhniki Stadium, 307,510,000 pounds. England's failed 2018 World Cup bid, just 21 million pounds.
Oh shit.
Quite a lot to the taxpayer.
A decade's wages for Neymar, 280 million,
Get the fuck in!
220,000,
200? Is he on that much?
and Kylian Mbappe, 128 million. So
Oh, it's only 3 mil off on that.
So-
I'll take that.
the total is 736,830,000. Louch, you're
Oh,
over.
thanks.
And so, therefore, Tom is the winner. And yeah, 12-6.
What's it? I think the bid wasn't too much waste of a taxpayer's money.
No, it was all right.
21 million?
That's not too bad.
Okay,
It's a lot of beers.
12-6.
Wow, we're running out of carbon dioxide, did you know?
Yeah.
We can't fill the beers.
Let's move on to a quick fire
Did you
round.
know that?
What?
That's World Cup news at the minute. Apparently, so we've got 2 power plants for carbon dioxide in the UK.
Yeah.
One of them is currently undergoing problems, so there might be a shortage of carbon dioxide to go into beer during the World Cup.
Oh, wow. All right.
Better get it in now.
Well, that's a lot of pandering from Dave there.
Yeah. Whatever. Okay,
We should
quick
drink,
fire
we could
round.
drink Bollingtons instead.
I don't drink Bollingtons, please. I only drink Fosters. That's if you're lucky.
Oh god.
Pims in this weather. Quick fire round. So we are down to the last round. It is exciting stuff. A 6-point lead for the defending champion, Tom. You're going to go first. That means, Tom, we're going to have 60 seconds.
Can we go first?
No, you're going
Starting.
first because you're in the lead. The 60 seconds will start at the end of my first question, and then you get 1 point for each correct answer.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Here we good.
Yes,
Here we
yes.
go. That wasn't one of the questions. Here we go.
1 point.
Who captained Brazil in the 1994 World
Dunga.
Cup final? Yes. Which country conceded the first own goal at this World Cup?
Poland.
No, Morocco. Which of these players was not referenced in the lyrics of Three Lions in 1996? Bobby Moore, Jeff Hurst, or Nobby Stiles?
Hurst.
Yes, Jeff Hurst. In which US state is MetLife Stadium host of the 2026 World Cup final?
New York.
No, New Jersey. Which of these countries has never had a World Cup Golden Boot winner? France or Netherlands?
Netherlands.
Netherlands is correct. Egypt, Germany, and Mexico all have what bird of prey as their national bird?
Eagle.
Golden eagle.
And Poland, actually.
Which is the only one of England's group stage opponents this year to have a monarchy?
Who else is there? Tunisia.
No, Belgium. What's the population of Panama? 4 million or 8 million?
4.
Yes, 4 million. Who has won more Russian league titles? CSKA Moscow or Spartak Moscow?
CSK.
Yes, CSKA. Which Russia 2018 hosted? He also hosted the 2014 Winter Olympics.
Sochi.
Yes.
VAR call.
How many did you make that?
I made that 6 because
Bollocks.
Spartak Moscow won more league titles. CSK didn't, and you said yes to
Oh, did you say CSKA?
Yeah,
That's
I do.
Spartak.
No,
CSK.
Ref saying
VAR
Ref
call.
saying CSKA.
So we got 6.
Yeah,
So you got Dunga, you got Hurst, you got Netherlands, Eagle, and Panama,
And one more.
and Sochi. 6.
Yeah.
So
6,
12.
yeah.
Wow, you didn't know what's Poland's national thing.
Can
is
you
it?
keep the cards out my face?
So it's
That's
18,
not your questions
18,
anyway.
6.
18 you need to get 13.
You need
Oh,
to-
easy.
18-6. 12
I
to
got
tie.
like 2 doing that.
13 to win. Louch, we'll start yours
I'll give him 10.
Getting
as I finish
exposed here.
the first question. You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Who captained France in the 1998 World Cup final?
Marcel Desailly.
No, Didier Deschamps. Which country conceded the first goal to a penalty at this World Cup?
Saudi Arabia.
Spain. Which of these players was not referenced in the lyrics of Three Lions 98? Tony Adams, Stuart Pearce, Paul Ince.
Paul Ince.
No, Tony
Adams,
Adams.
yeah.
In which US state is the Rose Bowl, which hosted the 1994 World Cup final?
Oh.
California.
Yes, California. Which of these countries has never had a World Cup Golden Boot winner, Belgium or Portugal?
Belgium.
Yes, Belgium. Which flightless bird is widely considered as the national bird of Australia?
Ostrich.
Of Australia.
Yep.
Not New Zealand.
No. Clock's ticking here, Louch.
You need 9 more. 11 more.
Emu.
Yes, the emu. Leisurely pace. Which
it
of
right.
England's possible second round opponents has an emperor?
Well, it's a minute now anyway. So
Yeah.
that'd be good.
You're allowed to answer the question that you're on when the minute mark finishes.
Second round.
Tell you what, you know when you're really far behind, you really need to bash through the answers really quickly instead of sounding like you're half
An
asleep.
emperor.
Come on, 5 seconds or we're calling it.
I've got literally no. Poland,
No, Japan.
obviously.
3.
Well,
Absolutely
that was
rubbish.
worth it.
Dreadful.
Well done.
I'm glad I got one.
Pardon.
Cheers, mate.
18 to 9.
18-9. Another landslide victory for Tom in
I think there
today's
needs
quiz.
to be no phones at the next one.
Well, we'll see. Who will be the next to challenge Tom? Who will be on the next quiz? I'm not even sure you're here next episode, so you might not even have to defend your
The
title.
reigning, defending. I'm not Brock Lesnar, aren't
Next time around, I can think of some key differences between you and him, but in any case, congratulations to Tom Crosby, the winner of today's quiz.
2-0.
That is just about going to do it for today's episode, but there is one more thing that we need to see before we go. Her record so far in this World Cup is 0-5. 5 guesses, 0 correct. Now she is guessing another big game because she is going to guess England versus Panama. Now my dog, my puppy Lucy, has been guessing all of these games during the World Cup. She seems a bit keen on going for the draw because the way I set up the pots, I put the draw in the middle and she just goes for the biscuit in the middle. So as you'll see here, what I did this time was cunningly, I put the England flag in the middle and the draw, the pot without a flag, to the side. So you've got Panama, England, draw. Who will Predicto Pup pick? Let's have a look.
I hope it's not England.
So my plan was foiled. Sadly, Lucy went immediate. That's the most decisive move she's made so far. An absolute thunderbolt towards the pot on the right. She's gone for the draw. England to draw with Panama. But as I say, she has been totally wrong on absolutely everything so far. So that is all the more reason to believe that we're going to absolutely stuff Panama when we play them on Sunday. On that note, Ali, what's the score going to be?
I think it's going to be 3-0 to England if they score early, 2-0 if they're like kind of like don't settle down for a while.
All right, Lax, were you watching the game? Are you watching? You're not going to another musical like you did on Monday?
Oh yeah.
What musical did you go see?
He went to Hamilton.
Which was
Oh,
very
did you?
good.
Oh, fair enough.
It was absolutely amazing. But, like, yeah, it coming out in the interval, and it was the 89th minute, so we actually saw the goal.
Oh,
No way, really?
Yeah. But I reckon 1-0,
Made
Dave.
that up.
I reckon 1-0.
1-0.
And I'm watching at my cousin's house.
Okay.
So.
I should say I was the night after the game. Well, we watched the game in the pub, didn't we, and then recorded the show. But I'm talking to you, Tom. There's no one behind you.
There's the audience.
But on Tuesday, I was in the Royal Albert Hall, just down the road from where we're filming, watching wrestling of all things, and actually several times during the night, the crowd, which was 2,000 or 3,000 strong, spontaneously burst into "Football's Coming Home," which shows you, even among a non-football crowd,
The country's behind
yes,
you.
the nation is starting to believe, except for Alex Louch.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. That bandwagon is coming down the road. Tom, how are you feeling? Are you optimistic?
We'll piss it. Don't worry.
That-
Don't worry. We'll play.
what's that West Midlands slang mean? Does that mean we're going to win or not?
We're going to play Jamie Vardy. We're going to play Danny Welbeck, and we'll piss them 6-0.
Yeah.
I think you've misinterpreted that leaked. I think you've read the reserves.
No.
But-
And
Stones
Stones will grab a brace as well. Believe it when I see it.
John Stones has already cost you some points on the quiz today, so...
Well, it's still 18-9, Dave.
Oh.
I can afford to throw away points.
Oh, don't get cocky. Here we are. All right. That's just about it. But don't forget, you can catch us on our podcast as well. We began as a podcast. We've got a year's worth of podcasts you can listen back to if you want our incisive analysis from all of the past year of Premier League action. You can get our latest podcast, the audio version of this show, on iTunes. We're on TuneIn. We're on Stitcher, and we are on SoundCloud as well. Our YouTube channel is up and running. So if you're watching us on Facebook, please do subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. The links to all of these things are in the description. We are on Twitter at Armchair Fancast. We're constantly tweeting on there, so let us know what you think are the best tweets from the tournament for next week's Tweet of the Week. And don't forget to tell us your votes for this one so we can tell you the winner on our next episode. That's just about going to do it. Thank you for listening or for watching, however you've been tuning in to us on this episode. Thanks to you, Tom, for another dominant victory in the quiz. Thanks to you, Ali, for making up some more words for the English language. Thanks to you, Louch, for your relentless pessimism. I've been Dave Bradshaw. We will see you next time for another episode of Armchair Fancast Does Russia 2018.